when Ari asked me to tell this story, I was hesitant because I still might go to jail for this.
Welcome to This Is Not Happening presents World of Blunder. If you've never been to the show before, it's just a bunch of comics telling fun stories about real shit that happened. Give it up for Mr. Jeff Dye, everybody. Let him hear it.
Thank you. I gotta tell you, when Ari asked me to tell this story, I was hesitant because I still might go to jail for this. But I was like, yeah, I guess it is kind of a funny story. And so here I am out of just flattery that he asked me to tell it. Okay, so I work the road, and my opening comic is my best friend Brant Tobler. He's a very funny guy, but he's famous for just getting into trouble. And I'm pretty famous for getting into trouble. And when we started working together, it just magnified by like 1,000,000 times of us getting into trouble. We're in Marco Island. We're doing this comedy club. It's a great comedy club. And someone says, hey, we should go to this bar called Vandy's. Some old NFL kicker owns it. And I was like, wait, Vandy? Like Mike Vanderjack? And they're like, yeah, you know that guy? And if you don't know a lot about sports, Mike Vanderjack is an NFL kicker who is famous for being an incredible kicker. The guy never missed kicks. He was insane. But he was equally famous the same way like the Iron Sheik's famous, or stories about Tracy Morgan. Like these are the kind of famous Mike Vanderjack is. He choked a junior high kid. He's a troublemaker himself. And Peyton Manning called him the idiot kicker. That's what he's like most famous for, is being called the idiot kicker. Peyton Manning called him that in a Pro Bowl, the idiot kicker. And I was like, wait, Mike Vanderjack has a bar here? And like, yeah, let's go. So we go, we drink a lot. I like to drink a lot. Me and Brant got pretty drunk. And we're like, just so like excited that we're at Mike Vanderjack's bar. We keep asking the bartenders, like, you think he's gonna come in? They're like, nah, he doesn't come in here. His wife doesn't let him. And all this stuff. So we just like, as football fans and drunks, we're just like, man, God, we really would like to meet Mike Vanderjack, blah, blah. So we're just being regular idiots. And then about 2 o'clock, we're like, you know what we should do? We're drunk, by the way. We should steal something from here, right? Yes. And then put it at our house. And then when people come over, they're like, why do you have that, whatever it is? We could be like, we stole that from Mike Vanderjack. Right, which sounds like a really cool idea when you're drunk. I admit, it's not that cool. But like when you're drunk, you're like, that's the best idea ever. So we're looking around, and everything's kind of tacked down, you know, like the restroom signs and things on the wall. Everything's just nailed down. They've thought about morons like us. So I went to the front of the restaurant or bar or whatever the heck it is, and the only thing that wasn't nailed down was his framed Pro Bowl jersey. Right? The Pro Bowl where Peyton Manning called him the idiot kicker. Now, if you don't know about Pro Bowl jerseys, they're like trophies to these players. They don't make a bunch. They don't sell replicas. You get one. That's your trophy. You play in it, and then you frame it. I didn't know that. So I wobbled back to my buddy Brant. I was like, I think I got it, man. We should get his Pro Bowl jersey. Brant's like, that's the best idea ever. So we hide in the men's bathroom, and we're like, how are we gonna do this? You know, so waiting for the place to close. We tell these girls that we met, like, hey, just get the car ready. We're gonna jump in the car, and then we'll go back to where we're going. And the girls were like, oh, okay. And now they're accomplices. So anyways, we come out. I take the frame. It's like 3 foot by 3 foot. It's like this huge framed jersey from the Pro Bowl. Take it off the wall. I grab it. Brant grabs an Edgerrin James autographed jersey. So we're both in this together, you know? You can't hold both sides. That don't make sense. So we grab each one. We jump in the car. We drive back to the penthouse. And we break them out of the frames, right, when we get back there. We're putting them on. We're like the worst criminals ever, by the way. Because we're so proud of ourselves. We're not badasses, obviously, you know. So we're like all excited. We're taking photos of us wearing it on Instagram. We're like, we're in the Pro Bowl. Woo! We're going crazy. We had girls wearing them, taking photos. We're in the hot tub. We're going crazy, right? So the next morning when we sober up, we're like, oh no, this could be a lot of trouble. And so we're like, this isn't good. But we're also kind of happy with our new, like, badass reputation. Like, yeah, we don't give a F, you know? That's how badass I am. Man. So anyways, we're telling everyone. We're like, yeah, you know what we did last night? We're just trying to own it, you know? Word gets around. It's a 5-mile by 5-mile island in Florida, Marco Island. And they're like, everyone's talking about it. Like, those are the comedians came in. They, like, stole, like, 2 jerseys from the bar, and everyone's looking for them. The cops reach out to the comedy club owner, because our poster's all over town that we're going to be there. It was like, I think those are the guys you're looking for. So the owner calls me, and he's like, hey, man, the police came to my son's Little League game, and they started asking questions about the Pro Bowl jersey. Dude, what is good? Did you do that? And I'm like, yeah, isn't that awesome? That was us. Like, I was just so excited. And he's like, bring them back immediately or I'm going to tell the police. I was like, come on, man, don't be like that. Like, come on, it's cool, right? Like a child. Like, what? Come on, no. So anyways, he makes us bring it back. We ditch him on the patio. We don't want to turn ourselves in. We just, like, ditch him on the patio of the bar and we leave. So they have the jersey back, so everybody's happy. And the whole rest of the weekend working in that comedy club, they're treating us like these, like, jerks. You know, we're just trying to be goofballs. We didn't mean to, like, we weren't trying to kill anyone or anything. Like, everyone acted like, oh, what a, like, everyone was so Mormon about it. Like, you know, like, oh, I would never. It's like, it was just a goof. So the whole time we're feeling judged, we just feel like, man, I really wish we wouldn't have turned those jerseys in. If everyone's going to treat us like we're a bunch of idiot, jerk, criminal assholes, I wish we had the jerseys. So on the last day of us working at comedy club, we're like, how gangster would it be to go back to that bar and just drink in front of everyone like we weren't the guys that stole those jerseys? It's the only bar open, so we go to the bar, we're just drinking, we're having a good time, and nobody's said anything, and if they do look at us weird, they kind of don't want to come up to us. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I look over at Brant, I get like a thing of whiskey, and I look over at Brant, and Brant looks at me. It was magical. I haven't known this guy that long, but we communicated with each other without saying anything. It was just kind of like this, let's get them back. So they're not in the frames because we broke them out of the frames. So they're somewhere. They must be in the back office or something like that. We don't know what we're going to do. So what we do is we lock ourselves in the women's bathroom. And once the place closes down, they lock the doors. We can hear them. We're like hidden in the bathroom of the women's bathroom, like we're getting these things back, right? So they lock the door, and now we come out of the bathroom, and there's a guy over there like closing down the till, and he's like, doing his numbers, like bartender stuff. And we're like, all right, let's just go. So Brant darts into the back office. I don't know where he's at. And right when that happens, I see the bartender look over at me, and I'm like, oh no, like he knows we're in the locked building. So he comes over to me. He's like, what are you doing? Hey, I locked the doors. What are you doing in here? So I act like I'm way drunker than I am, and I'm on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm in a fight with my girlfriend. Man, it's so crazy. I just wish I was gay sometimes, dealing with, I'm working this guy, like, just doing jokes on him and stuff. I'm trying to figure things out. But the whole time I'm texting Brant, don't come out. There's a giant man who's gonna beat our ass if he knows what we're up to. So while I'm doing this, Brant texts me back, hey, I got him, get out. So I go to the guy, I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna get out of here. He's like, yeah, I don't know how you're in here. I locked the doors. So he like shoves me out. I run across the street to the 76. Brant's got the jersey, Mike Vanderjag's Pro Bowl jersey. So, and not only that, it was his birthday. It was Mike Vanderjag's birthday that day. So we stole it, gave it back, stole it again on his birthday. And the next morning, and I mean, it's a strange thing to celebrate, but we felt like it was like this victory. Like, you know what? We did it. We did a cool thing. So I fly to New York. Brant's still in Marco Island. I get off the plane in New York to about 15 of these voicemails.
Yes, this is with your Marco Island Police Department. I'm over here at Vandy's, and your name came up in a investigation about a stolen Mike Vanderjag.
So I have like 15 of these. Keep in mind, I've never been in trouble in my life. I was like raised in the church, which is why this whole thing's so exciting for me. I'm like Miley Cyrus, like coming out of my, it was like, yeah, rebellion, ha! you know. So anyways, I don't know what to do. I sit on it for a couple of days. I'm just getting tons of these calls. And I'm like, well, what are they going to fly to New York to come get this thing in Florida? I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, I'm wearing it everywhere, by the way. Starbucks, it doesn't matter what, I'm wearing the jersey. I'm like, yeah, you know, I got this. Like, I'm an idiot. I haven't taken it off, pretty much. So then I get this voicemail 2 days later.
Yeah, Jeff, this is Vandy's on Marco. I think we have a situation that needs to get rectified. First of all, I need my jersey back.
It's him. I'm getting calls from Mike Vaynerchuk himself. He's like, forget the police. Forget everyone. I need my jersey back. He's begging me for his jersey back. I'll let you listen to the rest of this.
And second of all, I need $2,000 to fix them back up the way they were. We have the whole thing on video, so if you want to not get prosecuted and not get arrested for breaking and entering and vandalism and grand theft, then just return the jersey and give me $2,000 to fix what I got to fix, or unfortunately you're going to get prosecuted and it's not going to be good. So we have the whole thing on video at the front of the restaurant. You guys were looking around real good, but you forgot to look for the cameras, unfortunately. So you and Brian.
So I don't know what to do, right? I'm panicking. I don't want to go to jail. I know I'll do well in jail, but for all the wrong reasons. And so I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, what should we do about this? Me and Bran are texting back and forth what we should do, how we should solve this scenario. And meanwhile, my agents, my manager, my lawyers are all like calling me like, what in the heck is wrong with you? What did you do? We heard about everything. Like, I'm threatening to get fired by all my representation. And also they were like, they sat me down. They're like, what is this? You broke into a bar, you stole a football player's jersey, and then you brought it back and then stole it again? And I was like, well, it's not funny when you say it like that. But the cool thing that I'll leave you guys with is police don't care about jerseys. When you steal a kid, they go find the kid real quick, you know? When you rob a bank, they try to get as much of that money back as possible. I still have a jersey. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Jeff Dye, everybody, starting center for my basketball team, Sean Kemp's kids. Thanks, Jeff, for doing it. What a great fucking story. I booked him based on story alone. I was like, dude, just come do that. I don't care what else you have. Do that story on this show. So thank you. Last week, I asked you to leave in the YouTube section your ideas of who was right and who was wrong in that fight between me and Bobby and Natasha and Renazisi. And a lot of you guys got it right. A lot of you guys were idiots and crossed me, wrote comments that were negative towards me, which I don't like, but legally they make me show them. So here are those. Next week, why don't you leave your comments in the comment section about your best pranks. Don't forget to click on the Reddit link to join in the conversation. Use the hashtag #ThisIsNotHappening. I'll see you next Tuesday.